Wakache me say Nakupon Adoma December meto Ojama ama odi Christianity me pe Ojane ene ya. Me see ene ya wase me born into ene ya me jimade. So it has now become a subject of litigation in Parliament. The only place to go and seek judicial interpretation is in the court. Because Parliament is not a court. Parliament, it is not a court. In as much as they operate with their standing orders, their standing orders does not supersede nor override the Constitution of Ghana. When he shoots the devil, he quotes the Bible. That it is written, say, oh, Yanyakupo neba. Who refrees poison, Echo Fema. Obama Sora Buffo, Abeso, Muntu, Fawon, and it would agree. Sabe yina we are seeing yina me dey o ye na me pa me dey yina shawansa and also can say it is written the only say it is written be what me so make say I put it to you the court asem na e ka no and I to go to catch about I put it to you that is written that man cannot live by bread alone but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord and how no be biti abonsam into it is written that Japa can get judgment. It is written that forcing can get judgment. And people work Supreme Court and also work it is written that the Supreme Court can give interpretation to the Constitution. What's the money here? Look, I've spoken to some NDC MPs, and they are not happy with what. In fact, a few minutes ago, Baku Koku, out of 137 MPs, I can tell it's only about 7 of our colleagues who are making their noise. The remaining 130, are you seeing us? We are not constituencies working. According to the electoral laws. 3 months before any general election, you cannot hold a by-election. Nase ene na MP Baku anansa nanka eye ene na ye nia John Kuma Yakubu fa ne kransie and not talk fema anka yen to be nearby election wa so.
Okay.
Yeah, because
as a Merina Ben general election.
Exactly, it's yen to be near by election. So a Jesus seat to be vacant till the next parliament.
Oh.
Yes, that is the law.
Kwakwe Inti sa atiefo beti wasa na nka sisi ya speaker a declares our false seat no na nka che say won ye adwuma ma one mother parties bill.
So you are saying that those 4 constituencies do not have representation in parliament. That's what you are saying.
Internet say when I say we independent and we independent.
That be one parliament who can say to declare significant. It's a parliament tribune. And from what I have picked up from parliament, both sides, yen side and one side no. One part say Edana Bagbin Eka Assembly Pono. When declare say minority abedani majority, na majority acquired minority. Ono ne did not kind say I have declared the seat vacant. It's in the majority then Kofono Greka say one abedani majority. Of course, democracy and until economy, and we are trying to build and strengthen the democratic pillars. And there every day, and I said that from Asema Edebeba. It's in the institutions of state. The assembly bar, Yemfanko, na inchirichemu enye ejuma. Democracy here, you will be a friend of separation of powers. The other side, any checks and balances. So the principle of separation of powers, but it comes to checks and balances. Me O-level government, let me say, and I am pa. So 3 arms of government: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Parliament Eshemra. What's Shemra? What's the president? Executive. You have to be sworn in the presence of Parliament, who are the representatives of the people. The Chief Justice has to swear you in Parliament. That is the beginning of the checks and balances within the principle of separation of powers. That yes, maybe president and our Tuamame and Kagana for Natuamame and Kadeni here say also be swimming in.
You.
That's what baby do all this open me president. And then is my talk flag staff or some now.
No boom.
That's all. More parliamentarians, ya Tuamama, Musumuba, Parliament, baby Obia, no better. But because we cannot run the system like that, we have systems in place. And the president, yes, when in a way, oh, you need ministers, what's it? They should go for parliamentary vetting. What's it? Chief Justice, Nimres Sonoko, Nahumjima, Sebeyi Chief Justice Supra, the president in consultation with the Judicial Council, Council of State 111, we are, what's it? Uncle Parliament, my Parliament 4. Converting the CJ and Sana. He approval no say CJ.
You
checks and balances. It's depending who are sema. They record that MPs. No will be some on behalf of the people. Now, what is Parliament saying now? And that's what is the majority saying? That one day Parliament now will want no other arm of government can come into their space when it is the case that there are excesses. That's the question. That was the Parliament is the house of its own rules. It is true. But the Constitution is supreme. You use your standing orders, and then you use precedent in the House. But ultimately, the Constitution is supreme. Then community, what's the NEPA phobia?
You
and a speaker, I declare one seat to vacant.
You, honorable Amwakwesiama, Formna, and Kojo Esante Suhum, Cynthia Morrison, Agona West, and Peter Yao, Wache Aka, and also Amefi Central.
Now, and also maybe Michael Kwesu be speaker.
You.
But the difference, I need a win law. And he said, Satan na Isiama, Oka say Obeko independent wo formula. Minia John Boedu, ono no NPP for
General Secretary.
One General Secretary. And now party taking decisions say Isiama say Oreko independent. And ye ne wonye adwuma biom e wo MPP no. And wo chro kraka de come speaker.
Oh.
Yes. John Boedu chro kraka as the General Secretary at the command Speaker Michael Kwe, that because say Isiama Ako file independent, saying that he will contest independent and possibly come into the next Parliament as an independent MP. Yeah, MP before at this time, yes, your name is Jumabli, your name is Tunkwanta Yapai.
Oh, Sana no go by.
And because he came to Parliament on the ticket of the MPP, and the party now says they won't do business with him, Michael Kwe had to follow certain procedures in that Parliament. And that in those days, Mahama Yarega, I never did any. There's enough records to show that he was even advising Isiama to go to the Supreme Court or to go to court to defy the orders of Michael Kwe. But of course, Isiama, yes, but Isiama chose not to go. And he said, fast forward, Oba Parliament 137. Now the MPP had to fall on Isiama. A whole, and what the two woeful, one woeful, Ochine Banasa. Yanka say no be to quantify a pipe mu.
A young relative can speak a view.
Because Obia ni Motinasem.
You.
Anything you go pompe this time around no. Two parties need no. Assembly is you won't. So why is the NDC General Secretary not writing to speak and say Aka, I'm a Central, one family for NDC?
You.
Yeah. And then I just include your own trust Morrison na Bakuno Suhumde so one pound every MP. And every parliament has a life of its own. So it is now Morrison on Casa with free people.
David on Casa on Chron Command.
Asante on Casa with free people.
David.
Aka on Casa with free NDC. So in the life of this parliament, they came as MPP NDC and they still remain MPP NDC.
That's just what I saw one mother party's name.
That's all. Me what can say Ochinebi na nyakopon ya do near to about December. Now the new parliament is being sworn in on 7th January 2025.
That's what you mean we need.
Thank you. So a lot of possibilities. If it is possible, if it is possible, if it is possible. Ebe Musa. Any the chairman said, Mede, I'm coming back to my mother party. And Asante na Morrison also we call independent. Akaso say we call independent. San komono yenyandi san komono o ejaya December nakupon adoma meto ojama o ama we di Christmas na enne ya ejaya o se Koku waka chefe se nakupon adoma December meto ojama o ama we di Christmas me pe ojane enne ya
listen makoto mi jene na menchire ni tomatoes.
So it has now become a subject of litigation in Parliament. The only place to go and seek judicial interpretation is in the court. Because Parliament is not a court. Parliament, it is not a court. In as much as they operate with their standing orders, their standing orders does not supersede nor override the constitution of Ghana. And it's what they call it on an ex parte motion. And the Supreme Court can say, and I say, per our interpretation, because you say you have declared the seat vacant. According to your electoral laws, no. 3 months before general election, it to be nearby election. According to the electoral laws, 3 months before any general election, you cannot hold a by-election.
Oh, not just
manu da sumuna so. Na se ene na MP baako anansa na nka eye ene na ye nua John Kuma Yakobon fa ne kransie. E no to fema. Anka ye ntumi nya by-election wo so.
Okay.
Yeah, because
as a minute ben general election.
Exactly, if you ntumi nya by-election so nka a Jesus seat to be vacant till the next parliament. Oh. Yes, that is the law.
Kwakwe, inti se etiefo beti wase na ka sese ya speaker a declares our false seat no. Na ka che se won ye adwuma ma one mother parties bill.
So you are saying that those 4 constituencies do not have representation in Parliament. That's what you are saying.
Intellectuals say when I say we independent and we independent.
There be one Parliament who can say to declare it vacant. It's more Parliament tribune.
Oh.
And then come on. Also, we declare it vacant. So those people don't exist any longer in the scheme of things as parliamentarians.
That is one fewer one coffee.
That's all. They should just vacate. They should vacate Parliament.
Hey.
No one came yet to abandon year December. Now was swear in January next year. And I go point here. Don't now to me. We need one seater. then they can come back to parliament. But for now, 1 seat be vacant. Until I didn't say, oh, yeah, mathematics, no, sana. And after majority, no, I be one side. And then come on.
Entina, you were a mutaka. What's the parliament? And ya him fee. Say, I him feed dear. And another to me and your pebiara. That's how the Mrana what do you, Juma? Internet say, Speaker of Parliament. That is or I done home, titting.
And it is surprising that he has been in Parliament since 1992. Since he started for Republican Democratic Dispensation, but from 92 no count.
You.
And on any first, so the oldest parliamentarian to become speaker, one. And already starting. Into what they call Supreme Court.
For interpretation.
And the Supreme Court has ruled up to now, Bagbin and Kasa. Yentina Nwasem. And from what I have picked up from Parliament, both sides, yen side and one side no. One part say Edana Bagbin Eka Assembly Puno. When declare say minority abedani majority, na majority acquired minority. Ono ne did not kind say I have declared the seat vacant. It's near majority then Kofono Greka say one abedani majority. And you want some say one woman and wareka. I guess you can catch it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They are saying that because the speaker has declared 4 seats vacant, why are mathematics now? One day no every 136 about 137 about 136. And I didn't know they know every 137 about 135.
That's the one away majority.
That is what they are telling themselves. Without the speaker declaring it so. And I want to believe, you see, I don't know, commonsensical, if you want, you think that Bagbin didn't know that the MPP will go to court? No, you think that Bagbin didn't know?
Only Baba.
And who doesn't know say Bagbin is NDC ni? And yet Bagbin, and I read to a bandman as speaker, Obikopa, a ballot paper, and I said,
you.
And yet Bagbin here.
You.
So from day one, you know, say Bagbin is NDC. Until say, oh yeah, NDC, so yeah, NDC ni, and NDC for, and the MPP for back home, you know, they are at that voting. What's what they, I mean, from what man and and they say, they say one vote, a winning speakership. Referees cry what that match in team or middle. And Takwa. Mediama Fona and Crophobi Bebo match or Takwanra. Hotel and Ami wanna referees every crime or Babe referee match. It's the football as them and the Copa Arsenal Saturday. I did a toy in Yena Bournemouth. And a referee back on say, Arsenal is my team. What that referee did is unprofessional. And I'm saying, you referee, don't you support Arsenal? And also, so the referees are human beings like us.
That's right.
Human beings like us.
Well, goodness, electoral commissioner across all to about.
Good. So Bagbin is NDC. He's NDC.
And he will remain NDC.
He will remain NDC. So, and he's a human being. Say, small space, biaba. Now, me de me pay. Ebe to be the bidia to ho. Ama, ediabo amin krofuna. Adena menye.
You.
It's my knowing very well, say, my ruling cannot be final. But to satisfy my party people, now, Chinebi Obi and Kazemi Bagbin be speaker no. Man, yes, I deal with a mammy party to my. But be here, to be say there. Court battle wo.
Ni baby be ko.
Ni baby be ko ke. Wo ko na court ni rule a. O ti na ko NDC meeting a. Ina no juma ka jam say me manya majuma yi.
You.
Me here majuma.
Namo
na sa court no
emre nchirechire mu na aba
sa court no na court na buegu enti mu fa mo anibre enkodan court no ne enti bi fan for politics ne so say Supreme Court re MPP politics
na just only do
nanu ye wa ha na court ruling say ayi atofo in the case atofo edinkunim o say that panic case
papa
o say so why when he suits you when he suits the devil he quotes the Bible and it is said when he suits the devil he quotes the Bible it is written abosam no and Nyankopon so Jesus Christ so the kingdom say it is written. Tell him say it is written. Which I'm telling you that it is written. When he shoots the devil, he quotes the Bible. That it is written say, oh ya Nyankopon neba. Who refrees to poison e confirma. Obema soro abofo abeso mu nti wonfa won nan obia. It will agree. Sabe yi nyina mu ya si nyina mede. Oh ya na me pe a
Medini na shawansa.
And also can say it is written. The only say it is written be what I'm make say. I put it to you. In the court I say me can know. And I used to catch about that. I put it to you.
That is
written. That man cannot live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord. I want to be about some. In Timothy, it is written that Japa can get judgment. It is written that forcing can get judgment. And I'm people who work Supreme Court and also work at it is written that the Supreme Court can give interpretation to the Constitution. So tomorrow they say they're going to go and they will go and sit on the side of the majority. Let's go and see it because obviously the majority has gotten a ruling from the Supreme Court.
An clearance.
After mark in Beja any seat, Amawo at the first work nato.
NC.
It's Munko. And they say Bianca say NC, but Asia say you will be a TV soup.
Yo, Namibia.
Parliament, our Honyata.
Yo.
One bring more parliament or China. Here, I home. Sasana Bebanana. One king, one come in, but by this time, I don't say. No, be I call a woman by training.
You.
Obiango. Gym, no way training.
Jack Chan.
Aha! Shanton can do now one crop. Kill any blowman.
You.
Now, when you hear, now come to cry again. You get me or parliament. You get any holding or parliament. Don't know any obey. At the end of the day, the work on top of parliament. It doesn't stop the economy from running.
David.
And get doctor phone work or strike. And get ECG phone work or strike. And your driver phone work or strike. Yeah, near to Abama. It is over parliament hall. China Akobu or any matter. And they should go back to their constituents and go and seek re-election. That is up to them. But the point we are making is why does parliament and America say, I can tell you on authority. That look, I'm talking to some NDC MPs. And they are not happy with what. In fact, a few minutes ago, Baku Katrin said, Koku, out of 137 MPs, I can tell it's only about 7 of our colleagues who are making their noise. The remaining 130, are you seeing us? Where are our constituencies working?
Wow, look at this.
Yes, where are our constituencies working? It is tomorrow that the parliament is sitting, you will see us there. But for now, that press conference they say they held on Sunday, how many people did you see at the press conference? Most of us are in our constituencies. Thinking about our victory. So much. Ochina, Enebehu, killer, ni Bluman.
Not just Ochina, if you wouldn't do a Kramobetu.
Thank you. Sebe, and who, say one know you, and they did the software. And can preko your popo room.
So no.
Thank you. Anka preko the Pope.
Anka Mpuru wa bokra ka be wotwe.
Na kanya Pope Benedict the Pope. Anka preko no the Pope.
Preko no di ho.
I'm telling you Vatican.
So ya no no.
Nanu ye
Papa.
Pope. Exactly. It is say enye anuhu ene de bokra ka. Enti ni awo pe kana bonten a wo de propaganda. Ene be say ye mpini ena ye den what do parliament watch na. Won ko e be masem no wo. And then you have the marshals of parliament. Our parliament police people. Also, they want no marshals.
Oh, me put menya nti so kire mere mabeko ho, memma mabeko ho.
Na me ka say, sebe obagbere kese ye no na famary. Afuvale ne jona. Nano Koku anase monkey. Ono no wo kwaye mu a na before the nekramen efrifie na kramen na bakwaye no wa bekire no abra edua bi awo kwaye no de wati bi anya edua bi ampo ma wona mpem kramen ya beke wa aba bere kese ye no na fama ye avuvale ne jone enti mo ye sa de isa and what will happen the basic na the Republic of Ghana, I had to Obama, Ebinum say they are in charge of the state. What they want bomb mine who buy? And America say, and opay year side 137. To be inside information say out of the 137, it's only about 7 people who are doing what they are doing.
Oh, the person pen 100 and then this I know. Good.
It is a Moody Parliament. Of course. When you know vote into every Ochina would do parliament, the cameras for
you.
Into one say na one Libya. Obeka say now we do that no. No, I call constituents wako catch and no say. One you know, ono Judas mama to Obama no. And there Ochina ube hanya kakere bi ho.
You.
Ah, what the party? Intended ube hanya kakere bi ho. But beyond that, to kocha kumani mo. But I am saying, say, a bit of kita Supreme Court, and I'm say, and Monday, because Friday, and a Supreme Court boo atenga, and I went to me on service speakers on Friday now, and then I pay our service speaker. And to the clerk of parliament.
And speaker Cheresa, one brano, this is Jordan Quan over to me 7.
Thank you, Inti, and Jordan. Or best ever clerk of parliament.
And Primpo Equadada.
Thank them, sir. Inti, there, not speaker, so Nadoli and Necra, or Obeba parliament.
Obaba the Nechi.
I didn't count. And the answer now, Robu. I went the winning Sebet in our Kungan. Now what they are not true. I did not. It is speaker, Omar. No man can say no speaker no. On first Supreme Court decision no any adwuma nti wombongu. Nti MDC for one sovereign court na ha. Na MPP for one sovereign free and court na ha. Na dey be see for parliament. Na me dey come in kwa na nka wa lock puni nyina.
Orisa fa na gunu kotokum.
That I come in kwa na nka ne a lock puni nyina na one parliamentarians no. One ka parliament ho. Survival of the fittest. It will be last man standing.
And Yantu on Prum.
After last man standing.
No what queer or bra.
Last man standing, no capacity, no. Last man standing.
Oh, God.
7 day democracy, no. Last man standing. They didn't say one first Supreme Court.
You
one last man standing.
But I hope say Ochina there will be
honorable. No, I mean saying but the point we are making is that we won't get there. I don't believe we will get there.
I hope that tomorrow there will be honorable people.
The point I'm making is that we cannot be in a banana republic. We cannot be in a society without laws. So the laws of the land will work. And I believe that tomorrow the speaker will rule at the beginning of sitting and state it categorically that honorable members, pursuant to so and so and so and so and so and so, I have been served, for which reason the Supreme Court has stayed my ruling. And as a you wait and see. At the end of the day, I believe that sanity will prevail. So, but something but something I heard this morning, which disturbs me a lot. And they say, Mahama Yarega, honestly a lawyer.
Boku Central.
Boku Central. Interview via Oma Joy. Nankasa meba papa. Or interview no Joy. Okay, Sandy, and I'm very disturbed. Also, the Supreme Court judges are not knowledgeable.
Ebi.
Oh yes. And that if they were knowledgeable, they wouldn't have given the ruling that they gave. Mahama Ayarega, you are my brother, you are my friend. You are a lawyer. I am not a lawyer.
Is that not an indictment?
It is not only an indictment, it is an insult, it's an affront. It's not an indictment. Actually, there's a difference between indictment and affront. This is an affront to the Supreme Court of the Republic of Ghana. SCJ, Equia, what not Equia, get to talk on. She presided herself. So when you sit down as a lawyer, a member of the bar, enrolled by the General Legal Council, and you sit and you exhibit so much disrespect towards the Supreme Court of the Republic of Ghana, you disdain your own profession. If he's not careful, the disciplinary committee of the General Legal Council will invite him for hearing. And if in our day, Dominica Yeni, of course, Supreme Court after the Okopacho, and up to now, Yantin in Kevium. Because every profession will not take it lightly when a member of the profession is the one who seeks to disdain the profession. And if you are not one of us, and it's out of ignorance, okay, I had a better. But when you are one of us,
lawyer,
and you are not ignorant of the law, but because of petty, partisan, political, parochial reasons, you decide willfully to disdain the profession. The profession will disdain you first. And if you're not careful, they will disdain you and disown you first. That is why you have the General Legal Council, which enrolls lawyers. And at any point in time when they think that your acts and your actions and your utterances are in contravention with the ethics of the profession, they can take your name off the register of lawyers.
And invoke your license.
Of course. I said, I'm saying, yeah, but say you want your license when they don't know the full facts of the matter. It is a what the lawyer Baku license are for illegal and unlawful conduct. Does it mean that we should collapse the whole legal profession? So, I'm saying, I'm not to be a wrong thing. Does that mean that we should collapse the whole small-scale mining sector when people agree to responsible mining? So this is where Ayarega is. I heard him myself this morning. So just 2 weeks ago, Sam George, also or the Koku Supreme Court premises, or did the Supreme Court justices attempt? They wanted to invade the court. And he said the Association of Judges and Magistrates, a year press conference. I can't say we remember our recent history when judges were attacked, intimidated. That recent history, their history. NDC for PNDC for your history. And I say AFRC history. 3 high court judges. Koku Anyidoho, enim ne ye won. It is a mofraibu yes. Ori yes adi na eridie kuro bi so.
You.
Because at the end of the day, we got an astute lawyer, a legal luminary, a law professor. So over the years, we have tried to build bridges with the legal fraternity. Unfortunately, under John Dramani Mahama, all the bridges that President Mills built, John Mahama has succeeded in burning all the bridges. So where do we go from here?
Koku, you're not for listening, Uncle. I'm in Central.
And I didn't see I'm in Central.
I'm in Central.
I'm in Central. MP no aka no so can independent or yeah MP or correct for independent.
You. Na demonstration be akoso ho.
Dabe.
Nane 4 days. Say one prima electoral commission be conduct election bia wo ho December 7th.
Aden.
Esan say Ghana Asha 1 na yama wanko parliament ntinu ya dia wo be pene nti nene.
Oh, but yeah, that one. So we are coming back to the same conversation. I am running. I am running. And the commission going by what is in our law books has declared that somebody has been disqualified. Ballot papers, you are comprehensive. It is on 7th December, we're to a bar. To best stop about one. Then the law will deal with you.
No, the
law will deal with you. So, and it is not a way. Some of these things matter. Hey, a guy, what's not do the change or get here? They are the you. Hey, they are the you. Are they changing? A guy, I'll say, maintenance in your Koku Anyidoho obeba one man advance notice. Enti me buy no security for ewo ufie na no. Me enti me buy no. They are there. Say me pa me ni wo monko. Anase me hu omuna. Eja me hu say there be ade we and that permit. What they just saying? What they say? They been saying
you know what's a matter.
Exactly, and I'm here. You can call it. So as for this noise, they can make it. Why? They are allowed. But when the D-Day comes, let's see if they'll be able to stop the election from taking place. So come away now. Who could do? Come up? It will be pointless because. Why? For now, they have a right to gather and they have a right to speak. But when the time comes, let's see whether they will be able to stop the election management body from running an election in the constituency. So, that one day, who the come up here?